Okay. Hopefully everything is all good here. If you can hear something in the background, that's just the AC, like I said, running. So, a couple seconds here. As we start. All right. Welcome to the Wrestling Pod. I'm your host, Carlito Santiago, and today we're here to talk about what went down on the final Raw before BackLash. So, if you guys can do me a favor, please hit that subscribe button, drop a like, comment down below, and turn on those post notifications so you never miss a stream. So, here we go. 5 days before BackLash, WWE rolls into the Shaw Health Center in Omaha, Nebraska, for the go-home episode of Monday Night Raw, headlined by the contract signing between Fatu and the World Heavyweight Champion, Roman Reigns. What went down when the Samoan Werewolf and the OTC were in the same building? We're about to find out. So, Seth Rollins kind of kicked off the show, but beforehand, moments after a face-to-face altercation with the World Heavyweight Champion, Seth Rollins entered the arena to a thunderous ovation, only to be attacked by Braun Breakker. The badass brutally assaulted the Architect, dropping him face first into the barricade, then sending him shoulder first into the steel steps. Breakker assaulted security before being backed off and up the ramp by Raw General Manager. Not finished with Rollins, he pushed past security and destroyed his former mentor with a spear. The heel stood tall, talked trash to Rollins, made his way up the ramp to close things out. Graded an A. Perfect. Great way to set up Rollins and Braun Breakker for a BackLash. Probably the best match that's probably going to be on BackLash, because BackLash doesn't even feel important at this moment. It really doesn't. Unfortunately, it's sad to say, but BackLash does not feel important as the other ones used to. An unimportant episode of Monday Night Raw, unfortunately, but with some good things here, I should say. Starting with this is great, but I felt that towards, I feel like they didn't do much in this episode of Raw. I just don't. I don't feel like they did anything good, except for a couple things. Like this is one of the few things they did good on. Moving on, we had JD McDonough take on, of course, Finn Balor, mentor versus protege. Backstage, the Women's World Champion Liv Morgan grilled Roxanne Perez about how Balor got into the Judgment Day's clubhouse and why she was talking to him. The Prodigy pledged her allegiance to the faction before Morgan tapped her. Yes, yeah, I'm looking into the camera. Yeah, that's right. Tapped her. Too easy. And Raquel Rodriguez to win the women's tag team titles as long as there are no more secrets. Yeah, there is probably another secret out there. In the arena, though, Balor squared off with JD McDonough for the second time in many weeks. The inaugural Universal Champion dominated early, but interference from Dominic turned the tides in McDonough's favor. Just in time for Perez to make her presence felt entering the commercial break, Balor fought his way back into the match, overcame an ugly Spanish fly, and appeared poised to deliver the coup de grace until Mysterio crotched him on the top rope. Jessica Carr kicked Mysterio out, but the numbers game proved too much as Morgan tossed Perez the timekeeper's hammer, and the Prodigy utilized it on the babyface, setting up a headbutt and a win for McDonough. Graded a B, and again, it's rare to see McDonough do this. But let's talk about this Spanish fly here. Speaking of the match quality, Balor and McDonough had a tad off on different points, including the aforementioned Spanish fly, which could have been far worse for both men than it was. Again, the Spanish fly being that you have to literally like grab person here, right? Arms here, arms on them, and you have to flip. And there is risks to that. It has to be quick, fast, fucking like push a guy into the rope and do it. Because if done incorrectly, you guys could break each other's necks. At least one of you guys. Or even concussion. Like, that's why these wrestlers are no joke. All right? Don't be calling out these wrestlers for being what they do is fake. Fuck you. We got to All Ego Ethan Page, baby. And Rusev versus Penta and Javon Evans in a tag team match, which, of course, eventually could set up a Fatal 4-Way match in the future, hopefully, is what I'm predicting still. As the war, or actually I should mention this, Paul Heyman informed the Vision that Austin Theory will battle Joe Hendry later tonight. Okay. As the war over the Intercontinental Championship wages on, title holder Penta partnered with Javon Evans to battle All Ego, Ethan Page, and Rusev in a tag team action. A back-and-forth match saw Penta escape Page's twisted grin, only to deliver a Penta driver, but failed to keep the former NXT champion down for the three, headed in the commercial break. From the timeout, though, Penta created separation and was inches from a hot tag when Rusev pulled Evans off the apron. With no partner to tag, Penta found himself on the receiving end of a beatdown at the hands of the heels. The champion finally tagged the OG in. Evans exploded in the match, soared through the air as he took the fight to the opposition. The action broke down from there as Evans teasing a huge leap of faith, only for Page to send him to the floor. Elsewhere, Rusev delivered a Uranagi, I think it is. Yeah, a Uranagi on Penta. Onto the announce table, and All Ego pinned the luchador following a Fisherman Buster for the win. That's his new finisher. Pretty good. Pretty good. Great B+, so the heels win, and of course, because Page pinned Penta, that means that he could be next in line for the IC Championship, which is great. Sol Ruca signs with Monday Night Raw. The newest NXT call-up, Sol Ruca, got Def Rebelled. Yep, that's right, got Def Rebelled. Her entrance music has changed. She joined Monday Night Raw general manager Adam Pearce in the squared circle to sign her main roster contract. But before she could put pen to paper, the women's IC champion, Becky Lynch, interrupted. I felt like doing a whole, like, big time, Becky, but forgot she's a heel. Forgot that she's a heel. Spoiling her big moment and confronting Pearce. Ruka cut off her rambling and called her a big-headed bitch before signing her name on the dotted line. She threatened big-time Bex, warning that if she ever interrupts her again, she will not only kick her ass, but she will also snatch her soul. Lynch tried to sneak attack, but clocked Pearce in the face, then ate a less than stellar soul snatcher as the newcomer stood tall. So yeah, if this is the way you want to do it, I mean, shit, Becky Lynch versus Sol Ruca, shit. Let that be the case. Let's go. Let's get that. Run that shit. Saturday Night Main Event. Run that shit. Fucking Clash in Italy. Run that shit. That'll be good. Joe Hendry took on Austin Theory, and we don't have to discuss this because it's all ended up in chaos, as you couldn't believe it. The whole fire Logan Paul song, I rated Logan Paul. So, of course, Theory took on Hendry. A standard match saw Hendry fend off Theory, only for Paul to interfere and draw DQ. The Street Profits came in, tried to fight off the heels, and Seth Rollins reappeared too, only for Breakker to spear him. So, yeah. Fuck this shit. This is what we got the shenanigans for, dude. Obafemi Open Challenge, and it was Otis, baby. And oh my God, I heard that this was fucking good. Something to watch. What at first appeared to be Akira Tozawa answering Oba's Open Challenge instead saw Otis step up. Fresh off his dominant victory over Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 42, Femi tossed the former Olympic powerlifter around the ring. From there, he positioned him on the top ropes and delivered a massive fall from grace powerbomb to secure the short and sweet victory. Corey Graves said this on commentary to put over the jaw-dropping win. Obafemi is becoming a phenomenon in this business. Could it lead to him versus Roman Reigns at SummerSlam? Probably, and I hope it does. Graded an A+ as we continue to see Obafemi be a dominant force on the Monday Night Raw roster. We had a, quote, trios tag match between the Los Americanos versus OG El Grande Americano and the Creed Bros. For the sake of this recap, the two El Grande Americanos were recognized as Americano and OG. I'm not even going to go into this match because fuck this shit. I'm glad that they're going to do a mask versus mask on Saturday and get this fucking whole thing over with. So, needless to say, OG and the Creeds won against Rayo, Bravo, and Americano. So, we can get the Los Americano Hermanos unmasked and get Chad Gable unmasked. So, there you go. Then we got to the contract signing. Yep, as if there was nothing else to do. Roman Reigns sat at the head of the table. talking to Jacob Fatu ahead of their match Saturday at BackLash. He took exception to the disrespect shown to him and claimed to have brought the Samoan werewolf into the company by the way of bringing in Solo. Fatu reiterated his motivation for targeting Reigns and then broke out the same Tongan death grip that he used last week to leave the OTC line this week. He would, of course, then I would say chokeslam him. Tried to chokeslam him through the table, but that didn't fucking work. He would, of course, eventually sign the contract to close out the show. This segment felt like this segment existed for the sake of having one, with no real newsworthy development or angle making Saturday's match any more interesting than it is. And not only that, but the W Universe is also tone deaf to the story at play, treating Reigns like he's the babyface in this narrative, ignorant to the fact that the OTC regained his title and his position at the head of the table, and his role as gaslighting heel of WWE. Yeah, I mean, he's still a heel to my eyes in that knowledge. Like, he's a narcissist, honestly, a man who's driven for control, and that's what it comes down to. This was great at C+, and honestly, it didn't look good at all. So I'm not that confident in BackLash. But what was the overall grade? Well, this was a solid show, even if the main event segment did not deliver as one would hope ahead of BackLash. Everything leading up to the contract signing was great, with strong in-ring action, some intriguing storyline developments, and another impressive showing from Olufemi. Focus, intense, and of course creative can earn themselves one quality grade here, a B+. So, sure, B+. B for brave, I guess you could say. This show did not impress me at all. I'm sorry. It just didn't impress me. I stopped watching after... Well, keep going. Right here. After the tag team match, I think I was actually... Yeah, I was done after... the tag team match. I was completely done. Fuck the tag team match. Like, after the tag team match. And then everything else just fell short. Like, it just did. You know, obviously 2.5 hours feels great for them. It's why WWE wants SmackDown to be 2.5. But the only way they're going to do that is if they sign over to Netflix for US, you know. They have Netflix for international, but you need VPN. So, but yeah, what did you guys think of Monday Night Raw? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget, we got the predictions coming this Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. The predictions, as far as I know. Let's get out of this for a minute. Well, we're still screen sharing, so it's okay. Why don't we look up what we got here? We have 5 matches made. It's Danhausen and whoever he partners with versus The Miz and Kit Wilson. United States Championships on the line. Io and Asuka, Braun Breaker and Seth, and of course Roman and Jacob for the world title. 5 matches, and none of them feel interesting at all. Like, these are all matches that should have been at WrestleMania. Only fucking one of them really is Trick and Sammy again. But again, the other rest should have been at Mania. Like, this match should have been at Mania. This match should have been at Mania. This match should have been at Mania. And this match happened at Mania. And they're just running it back again. And then this match is happening for the sake of whatever the fuck they want to do. So, who knows who will join Danhausen? As far as I'm concerned, I think it could be I'm hearing a lot of things from other people. I'm trying to get their, knowledge of this. Kit Wilson's old partner could be to be announced. It could be Jelly Roll, which is my prediction at this point. Could be R-Truth. That would be funny. I don't know. It could be a whole range of whoever's, but I don't think BackLash is going to do as well in this regard. And they're going to throw this pay-per-view away, crumple it up like some piece of paper, fucking put it away, and then set up Clash in Italy, which is probably better. With the impressive, of course, Saturday Night Main Event, which they'll probably hold too. So yeah, you'll get the predictions of this and more on Thursday. And then, of course, Sunday, you'll see me review BackLash. And then you'll get the Raw review after BackLash. So I will be back on Saturday to give you the SmackDown summary. And, of course, don't forget, I will be here to do the predictions on Thursday and the review on Sunday. So, in order, Thursday predictions, Saturday SmackDown, and, of course, Sunday, the review for BackLash. I will see you guys on Thursday. Peace.